Yo, 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 what's good with y'all boys? It's Clip Ganger Don't Bang, aka CGOD for short. Um, yeah, tonight we played the 76ers it was a home game, 7:30. I thought it was gonna be a good night, maybe bounce back from this losing streak, but boy, was I wrong. we pretty much um we pretty much trailed down 20 the whole game, you know. Um, it just wasn't pretty from the opening tip. We had some pretty nice runs at some moments in like the second quarter, and then after that it was just not that great. But yeah, so just from the very tip, like I said, bad first quarter offensively. Defensively, we're giving up easy buckets too. Um, we had below 10 points total pretty much for most of the first quarter. As a team, it took us a while to go above 10 points. It was very low scoring. And without Kawhi, PG, and Powell, it made it even harder because, they just outmatched us personnel-wise. They were able to slide the bully, Thibault, on Reggie Jackson, and his length was just too much it was too much for Reggie, man. He just shut him down. It was hard for him to initiate the offense. Reggie had 0 assists, which is just terrible. I mean, it was probably one of the worst games I've seen from Reggie this season. Yeah, I mean, it was just tough for him to get it going, and even just even getting others open like he usually does, like driving in and kicking it, he just couldn't do it tonight. It just wasn't there. Plus, we weren't hitting shots or catching shoots, so it was just very ugly. Let's just say that. Yeah, but the 76ers matched up well with us across the board. Of course, we're missing, $100 million in cap space just sitting on the bench injured, but, it's all good because fully healthy, we know it'll be, a way better game. Yeah, I mean, we had a heavy isolation offense in the first quarter from the very jump, and kind of lasted throughout the game. And not hitting our catch and shoot threes we usually hit, it was just, we kind of live by the three, die by the three. We've been the best 3-point shooting team, or at least top 5 for the past couple of seasons. So when we can't get it going like tonight, it just looks bad. But Embiid was just taking advantage of switches he was just isolating in the paint like he usually does, whether from the top of the key, does his by the free throw line, does the mid range and stuff. Like, it was just, and then plus he was getting fouled like crazy. Embiid was just too much. It was just too much. Zubac, he didn't play bad defense on him, but that's just how skilled Embiid is. He just gets his numbers regardless. We started to pick up the energy towards the end of the first quarter, and Morris. So the second quarter, Morris, he still couldn't get it going. Morris, Zubac, and Reggie to start the second quarter were all 0 of 12 combined. Yes, I said it. They're all 0 of 12 shooting. But in the second quarter, our offense and defensive energy got better. We brought it within 10 points, and then we started getting a little bit lazy again. And then we got back down 20, and it was just a lot of second chance points. We're getting up a lot of rebounds, which has been a trend this season. If you guys notice, we've been getting out rebounded. The games we've been getting smacked like this. We got to rebound better on offense and just getting better, rebounding position. It's just no excuses. Terrence Mann was staying aggressive though, driving. Second quarter. It was just hard for us to stop the Harden and Embiid 2-man game. The pick and roll. They're just getting whatever shot they wanted tonight. And it just doesn't help when our 2 main guys, Morris and Reggie, are struggling. This is one of the worst games I've seen from Morris in quite a while. So. We did have a nice lob to Zubac. I'll give him that. Morris did have a pretty nice alley-oop to him. And, yeah, I mean, we had some bright spots in the second quarter, and then we just ended the half pretty cold going into the third quarter. And Harden lit us up at the end of the second quarter. And he was just lighting us up from three. I cannot cap because this man was just going crazy. Fear the Beard was just going insane, man. And at halftime, it was 64-43. Morris, 1 of 9 from the field, 0 of 2 from deep. Reggie, 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from deep. Zubac, 1 of 5 offensively. He wasn't getting it going. It was crazy, too, Harden at halftime. 25 points, 2 assists, 11 rebounds. This man had more rebounds than almost our whole starting lineup by himself. Just crazy. Batum was doing really good. Halfway through the game, he was 4 of 5. And 1 of 2 from three-point line, 9 points. He led our team with 9 points at halftime. Just crazy. But Embiid at halftime, he had 17, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. The 76ers just the whole game killing us on the free throw line, from three-point line, like from the three-point arc. They were just like killing us too. We weren't shooting well and out rebounding us too. I mean, not too good. But third quarter was just a lot of sloppy turnovers, just getting impatient, trying to start fast breaks and stuff, and they were playing a half court to intercept the ball for easy steal. Too many of that going on, a lot of turnovers. We remained down 20 points pretty much the whole third quarter. Been outscored every quarter so far going up to this point. At the end of the third, it was 93-71. Batum, he was slowing down offensively. Morris still struggling, 1 of 9, 0 of 2 from 3. Coffee was playing well. I got 16 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. I mean, he was doing his thing. He picked it up in the second half offensively. And then fourth quarter, we just started getting blown out even more. We're down like 27 at one point, even more probably. We're shooting below 30% as a team from 3, which is just not good. Impossible to win that way. Getting out-rebounded by 15 and, 13 turnovers as a team and going into a fourth. It was just not a good look, man. And we're just going to get into these stats. Stats and some other things, too, on this little slideshow. You know how CGOD gets down. So we're going to look at our past games because right now we're 2-8 in our last 10 games. So we're on the flip side of that nice streak that we had when we were 8-2. So this is what the flip side looks like. Let's break down these losses, all right? Knicks and Clippers got blown out, right? That's one blowout where we didn't show up. Clippers and Warriors, we got blown out. That's another game we didn't show up. That's 2. Wizards, we won. Okay, that was a good win. The Hawks, we lost, but it was a very competitive game. The Pistons, that was a nice win, come back at halftime. The Cavs, a really competitive game. We could have won had we played Reggie and Morris, but we let them rest on the back-to-back. Raptors, nice competitive game. We should have won, but, things didn't go our way. The Jazz, we got blown out. The Nuggets, we got honestly, we got smacked. It was close at one point, but we got smacked. 76ers, we got blown out. So if you're counting, that's 5 out of our last 10 games that have been, we just got straight blown out off the floor. That's not great. I mean, right now, it's like these games don't really mean too much to me because we pretty much got the AFC locked up if we can win 2 out of our next, I believe there's 7 games left in the season. Which we'll look at our upcoming games too, but we're just on the flip side of a bad slump right now, and it was expected to happen at some point. But you don't want to go into the play-in tournament or the postseason, on a bad note. So hopefully we pick it up. I know we have a tough schedule that we've been playing, but we just need to see the guys go out and just perform a little bit better and just do their thing. We believe in them, so I think they can do it. But it's all up to them, man. That hard work, you got to put it in. So these were just the stats at halftime. We're just going to briefly go over these. Like I said, Moore, Zubac, Reggie couldn't get it going. Coffee, he wasn't getting it going at that point. Batum was our best offensively. Like Rocco, T-Man, he was doing fairly solid, but up to this point. But yeah, I mean, just nobody could get their shots in besides Batum, and Terrence Mann was hitting his free throws and stuff, but it was just terrible. Hartenstein, I guess, was pretty efficient offensively, but yeah, I mean, Reggie, no assists at halftime, no assists the rest of the game. Like, everyone is minus 20. These are the halftime stats, by the way, so you don't get confused. Everyone was minus 20. Reggie, 2 turnovers. Pretty much our whole bench had a turnover. That's just not good. Our whole starting lineup pretty much had a turnover at halftime. Yeah, I mean, and then Harden having a double-double on us at halftime is just not a good look. And Embiid almost having one is kind of expected, but especially Harden, 11 rebounds, like, come on, man. You just got to do better. Like, Harden had 25. And pretty much their whole bench almost didn't make a shot. It was all their starting lineup that killed us. Look at their whole bench at halftime. 0 of 1, 0 of 1, 0 of 1, 0 of 2, 1 of 3, 1 of 2. We definitely could have utilized Brandon Boston in this game. Now looking over these stats, because Tobias Harris didn't even, he only made 2 shots at halftime. Like, I don't know. Maxey was 1 of 8 too. Like, it was just crazy. Like, pretty much Harden and Embiid themselves killed us. Like, look at this. So at halftime, as you could see, we shot 20%. They shot 36%. Just terrible. We turned the ball over twice as much. We got out-rebounded almost by 10 already. They shot 8 more free throws than us. And then these are the full game stats, the full game box score. So, Amir Coffey, 21, solid game. He turned it up in the second half. Reggie, he struggled, no assist, no playmaking today, and wasn't shooting like himself. Morris wasn't himself today. Zubac, he wasn't himself offensively, but he got a lot of assists, and he played some solid defense. Batum, he kind of disappeared in the second half, but, he does his thing on defense and stuff. Rocco, he shot 50% from the field. Honestly, he did pretty solid. He was hustling. Same thing with T-Man. He was hustling and stuff, but he definitely still could have done better. Luke Kennard, he only shot 5 times and 4 times from deep. 22 minutes. He was a big liability out there today, sad to say. Hartenstein, he did his thing offensively, almost got a double-double. So I seen some good individual performances, but I don't know. 3 studs. First stud, Amir Coffey. Second stud, I'll give it to Hartenstein, just for being, hitting over 50% of his shots and almost getting that double-double. My third stud, I'll give it to Batum. He'll still run the floor. I mean, those are pretty much all I can say. But then 3 duds, of course, Reggie, Morris, Luke Kennard. Semi Ojeleye didn't do good either. Over 5. I don't know. Those are 3 duds. Everyone was a dud tonight. But yeah, as you can see, our whole starting lineup minus 20. 4 turnovers for Reggie on the game. 2 by Nick. 2 by Hartenstein, 2 by Terrence Mann. You know, not much assist out there. Look who was leading our assist this game. Zubac and Hartenstein. That's just no playmaking coming from our point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forwards, man. That's just crazy. As you could see, Tobias Harris, I mean, he kind of had like a mid-game. Embiid, he wasn't like super efficient offensively, but he hit his free throws and stuff. So, I mean, shout out to him, got his double-double. James Harden, he slowed down at after, third, fourth quarter, but like after halftime he slowed down, but he's still, 15 boards is crazy. If he felt like really going off for more, he probably could have, but see, like Maxey, he didn't really go off on us, which is crazy. The Thibault, he had a pretty good game. Reed off the bench, they're able to just play pretty much their whole roster tonight and just get everyone minutes, which is it's crazy. Then these stats for the game, we only made 8 3-pointers tonight, y'all. We shot 32%. Field goal percentage, we shot 40% as a team, which it would have been worse without garbage time. Free throws, they ended up, evening it out in garbage time. For most of the game, they're up. Rebounds, they smoked us 52-39. They got 12 steals on us. We turned the ball over 16 times. Oh my God. Yeah, their biggest lead was 28. Our biggest lead was 5, with 30 seconds into the game when we went up 5. It was just terrible game. Let's look into these upcoming games, though, and then I'm going to wrap up the video because this is getting depressing, y'all. So, the Jazz, I believe we can beat the Jazz, but we just got to show up, and do our thing the Clipper way. But I don't know, man. The Bulls, they haven't been playing too well lately. I believe we could snag one off the Bulls. The Bucks, I don't see us beating them. The Pelicans, it's kind of iffy, we got definitely, it's not going to be a walk in the park, but I believe we can beat them. The Suns, that's going to be a tough one. The Kings, we should beat them. And the last game of the season is OKC. I don't think it's on the screen, though. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think of our upcoming schedule, because I think as long as we win 2 out of these next 7, I believe we can beat the Thunder, the Kings, the Pelicans, and maybe the Bulls. So we should be able to snag at least 2 out of our next 7, but let me know. I want to get this 8th seed, so we don't have to play 2 games to get into the playoffs. So that'll be very, very clutch, and hopefully we can secure that. But in the standings right now, we're 36-39, 2 of 8 in our last 10, as you can see. But good thing is that the Lakers just got passed up, and they're just as worse as us right now in form. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the shit show between the Pelicans and the Lakers, and sheesh, we'll see what happens, because it should be interesting. We are 5 games above, so I think, yeah, as long as we win 2 or at least 3 to be safe, I'd be pretty satisfied with the AFC, just making it. I'd like to hit 40 wins, though. That'd be pretty nice with, the circumstances we had to deal with. But, yeah, anyways, comment down below. Let me know what you think. I didn't do any film today because, fuck it. It was just an ugly loss. But let me know what you think about the breakdown and our upcoming schedule and your thoughts on the game and any other videos you want me to do. But anyways, guys, take it easy. Much love. Thanks for supporting. CGOD signing out. Peace.